when you check stats for chances created in a season, when you check stats for chances created, whether big chances or overall chances, you will see that Manchester United is up there. Maybe because of one player like Bruno Fernandes, who of course has at some point he had the highest chances created in the Premier League. You will check, you will see. So if Arsenal can be scoring goals, 5 goals, 7 goals, sometimes against some certain teams, scoring 3 goals, 4 goals, then it means that Manchester United too should be in that position. But the reason why they are not in that position is because they have players who cannot score goals. We keep shouting about Arsenal needs a striker. Manchester United fans will say too they need a striker. Chelsea fans will still come and say they need a striker. But these 3 teams create chances. They create lots and lots of chances. But the problem is that you cannot depend on a striker to score goals. A striker, if you let's say if you create 10 chances in a game, your striker will not score all of them. So other players should take the responsibility of also scoring too, because he has scores for us now. Martinelli scores, Odegaard scores. Even you will see at some point it was the defense that was scoring from corner kicks. So if you are waiting for a striker, if the striker is not there to deliver, if you get a striker and a striker, let's say you get a striker like Osimhen and he's not there to deliver, what happens to the rest of the team? What happens to the rest of the team? You have Garnacho, you have Højlund. No, Højlund is a striker. You have Garnacho, you have Zeski, you have other players in the attack that should be scoring when the striker is not actually scoring. But if these players are not scoring, then it's going to be a problem. No matter the kind of strikers you get into Manchester United, if your wingers or midfielders are not scoring, are not taking up the responsibility to score, the problem is still going to be there. You're going to now start blaming the striker for not scoring 10 goals in a match. So you need to build a team, whether Manchester United or Arsenal or Chelsea, you need to build a team where everybody scores. The attack is capable of scoring. And that's where Arsenal have thrived. Even though Arsenal fans still think they need a striker, I still think Arsenal needs a striker. But for Chelsea and Manchester United, you need to build a team of players that score goals, a team of attack that score goals. That's the only way your team can thrive. If you keep waiting for a striker, you're going to suffer. When the Jogba was there at this team, their players, all their attackers were scoring, not just the Jogba. How many goals was the Jogba scoring in the season? I think his highest output in the season, I think it was 20-something goals. So you cannot, be waiting for a striker to come and do a work that takes the whole attack to do. Now, 1 cent with this.